better than I used to be.
Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So last video you guys saw my natural hair story part 1. Technically I'm holding up 2, but it's part 1. And today we're going to continue that story and talk about after my first big chop all the way up into where I am now. If you'd like to hear my part 2, my natural hair story, stay tuned for more. Okay, so in the last video, I believe I left off just kind of talking about my experience after my big chop and how I kind of went through a season of just trying a bunch of different stuff to see what worked for my hair. And it was kind of like a 1 to 2 year like process of figuring out what really worked for my hair. So I was trying all the products, I was trying all the tools, I was trying all the masks and all the methods that you could think of, I was trying it. And so I actually ended up seeing a lot of growth from it, and my hair, I want to say like by year 2 my hair was pretty long. Like it I want to say it was actually kind of, it was here or maybe like up here, but lengthwise it was actually a little past my probably not my like collarbone, but a little more past my neck. And that was the longest that my hair has really ever been. And well, not ever been, because my hair grew longer than that after that season, but like at that point that was the longest that my hair had ever been. And so I was like, you know, length checking like a mug all the time, just stretching it out and stuff. And I was just like, okay, this is ridiculous, but I had to, because I was like, I want to see how long my hair was. And I had also heard about like basically swearing off heat and stuff, so I was very adamant about not straightening my hair, and I only used my blow dryer maybe like once in a blue moon if I really wanted my hair to dry quick, and I would just kind of like spot it and use the cool shot all the time, and I still do that sometimes. But so my hair had grown a lot, and I actually ended up transferring schools because my natural hair story coincides with my college story, sort of. But so I transferred from University of Maryland Eastern Shore to Salisbury University, also still on the Eastern Shore, but in Salisbury, Maryland. And so I remember when I first got there, like my roommates, they were amazing. So we would talk a lot about like hair because we were all natural. And I remember, I think we were talking about, we started talking about this girl on campus who does natural hair, and like she would straighten people's natural hair for them, and like a lot of girls were going to her. She was probably getting like so much business, and she didn't charge too much. So they were saying like, you know, maybe you should try her out and just to see like for a length check or something, or for something different. And I was like, yeah, maybe, because I kind of like, I still was really adamant about not using heat on my hair. I was like,
no, that's what got me in this mess. Well, really, the relaxers did, but that contributed to it too, and I'm not using any heat or any relaxers ever.
But so I was like, we'll see. So then fast forward a couple days later in the story, the girl, I think she actually ended up being in one of my classes, and we were waiting outside for a test, and so she started talking to me and was saying like, hey, you know, I straighten natural hair, you should come and see me, because actually I really needed to trim. So that's why I think I was gonna go to her, because she could trim natural hair and I couldn't do that, because I was like, I don't trust myself with scissors. I think I'll probably cut my whole hair off, and I worked so hard to grow this, I don't need to cut it off again. Because also I was very sure that I was never gonna cut my hair again, because I didn't like going through that short phase. I really didn't like my hair. So I was like, nope. And that's why I was so serious about heat and about not doing anything to damage my hair, even though I added color that was not a natural safe color. But so apparently that didn't click, but I would see all naturals with colored hair. Anyway, that's not part of the story. So she talked to me and was just like, you know, you should check me out. And I think we probably exchanged numbers. No, I got her number from one of my roommates. And so I kind of chewed on it for a little while, and I was like, yeah, well, I really need a trim, so I should go to her to do my hair. And like, everybody else said they trusted her, so I was like, you know what, I trust her too. And that's kind of how my family would work, because you know, everybody went to the same person, or like, that's my family. I always ever went to somebody who actually was my family member because I knew them and I trusted them, or somebody that my family went to because they trusted them and I trust my family, so I'm gonna go to her, you know? So this was kind of like my first hair decision that was like, actually no, second, because going natural was really my first. But this is my second hair decision that I kind of made on my own. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to this girl and I'm gonna get my hair trimmed and she's gonna straighten it for me and it'll be cool. So I went to her and my hair was awesome. It looked amazing and she did a really good job. And like, I didn't even really see much of a difference when I reverted back to curly, because my hair, like, everything was even. So she did a really good job cutting it, and my hair for the most part was protected. I did see like some trouble with it reverting, but I was just kind of chalking it up to, well, I mean, it was straight for a while, so it's probably gotta wake up some, you know? But other than that, like, it was great. So I started going to this girl like every few months. I was straightening my hair, getting it trimmed, and like, it was really bad. Like, it was way more than you should probably ever go to get your hair straightened and trimmed if you are natural. I was doing it. And so because of that, I ended up getting my hair very damaged. So I kind of like also see it as like a part of this kind of, I guess, like dark time I got into. So at the end of my first semester at Salisbury, my dad actually passed away, unfortunately, and I actually didn't even get to finish my semester at Salisbury. I had to leave basically like a few, maybe like the week before finals. I had to go home because I had to deal with all of that stuff with my dad and everything. And I kind of see like what that was also when I was still really heavy in straightening my hair, and I went through a season of where like I just kind of wanted to change. Like, this really traumatic thing had happened to me in my life, and I was just kind of like, you know what, like, I want to look different, I want to have a new look, I just need something new. So I was like, I'm gonna keep straightening my hair and I'm gonna keep doing all this bad stuff to my hair and whatnot, and like spending all this money I shouldn't be spending on stupid stuff and clothes and whatnot. And I kind of was in like a spiral downward. So I went through all that time and then really realized, okay, my hair is damaged. Like, I was seeing like just, I think what happened was like, I looked at a picture of my hair at its height of like being healthy, and it was probably like right before I went to Salisbury. I would call them like slight 4C, really mostly 4A type curl pattern curls. So they are very springy, spring back curls. But so I was looking at pictures where my curls were like that, but I was seeing like waves and like little waves and then a tiny curl at the bottom. And my hair is actually still kind of like that right now. But so I would see stuff like that and be like, that's not okay. And then like there was a patch of my hair in the back that wouldn't even curl up at all. It was just frizz. So like every time I washed my hair and did my wash and goes, it was just frizz back there. And I was like, yep, my hair is damaged and that's all my fault, you know? So because I was doing all the crazy stuff, I was getting wild. And I think I had learned to actually do my own hair because I think the girl, she ended up graduating. And so I taught myself how to do like a jerry-rigged silky press. And I was kind of doing that to my own hair, and like I was happy because my hair was really straight and I was getting it finally bone straight, and I could manipulate it as I pleased. It wasn't frizzy anymore, but my hair was just super unhealthy. And so I just was kind of like, through my last 2 years of college, technically it was like 3.5 or 2.5, sorry, but So my last two and a half years of college, my hair was very damaged, but it didn't look like it, I would say, to other people, because like, you know, they didn't see my hair, my curls in their glory. They did not see my full curls in their glory, the fullness of my curls, you know? So I knew what they were like, but nobody else had really seen them that way. So I was just kind of like, you know, so I was still getting like really nice compliments on my hair, which I loved, but I wasn't happy with my hair because it wasn't curling up the way I knew it to. And you know, like I would do my little braid outs, my twist outs, and my ends wouldn't really stay like they used to. So I was just really frustrated, and I was going through a really tough time in my life, and it was just kind of all intertwined in one, you know. So I was doing research on like, you know, how to get your hair back to where it was healthy after like heat damage. Then I heard the thing I did not want to hear again.
You have to cut your hair again.
And that's the only way to get rid of the heat damage. And I was just like, no, like that is exactly what I didn't want. And I led myself to that. And I was so upset. So at first I was in denial, and I was like, nope, there's gotta be another way. So I was researching all these other videos, and people were like, well, I just used a lot of conditioner and a lot of deep conditioning, and my hair was fine after that, you know, like the curls reverted back and everything was cool. And I was like, okay, maybe that's that. But you know, that was after like one straighten, or straightening it once every year. But for me, I had straightened mine 7-8 times every year. Actually, no, it's probably like 4 times a year, but it's still a lot for being natural. And all this to say, all this aside, more power to you, you know, if you decide like you're natural and you like to straighten your hair frequently. This is just for me personally. My hair could not deal with that, and I ended up getting heat damage. So I wouldn't recommend it to someone who's going natural, but if you want to straighten your hair as much as you want, go right ahead, because your hair might not be as fragile as mine and get damaged like me. So I digress. But I definitely, my hair was just not what it used to be, and I was really sad about it. So I was in denial, and I would just still keep straightening my hair and stuff like that. But then I really realized, like, okay, it's damaged, and like the more I straighten it, the more it just gets damaged. So I need to go back to what I used to do. I need to start twisting my hair again and doing all of my like natural styles, not just kind of wash and goes, but actual like styles that need overnight like setting and stuff like that, because my hair saw a lot of growth from there, and it did kind of help my hair a lot. I also started using at one point Shea Moisture's, what is it called? I can't think of the name of it, but I was using that product, and my hair actually did really thrive. I saw my curls kind of finally bouncing back a little bit, and so I was like, yeah, I need to start using that product. But I was also a broke college student, and I kind of couldn't really pay for a lot of Shea Moisture like that. So I just kind of started dabbling with whatever I could get. And yeah, so what happened? So after all that, I finally graduated from Salisbury University. Praise God. Not that my experience was bad, but like it was just like God truly brought me through school and brought me back home and here. Like it was by His grace that I could even finish, because there are so many testimonies in that even in and of itself. So through all this, like my hair was still not really thriving. I was seeing I was actually starting to shed a lot again. So it was kind of just me going back to my like old ways of hair. Like I was transitioning all over again. My hair was just shedding, and it was terrible. And I was like, I can't do this. And in the midst of like also planning a wedding and still trying to figure out my hair, I almost wore my hair straight too for my wedding, but I decided to go with a low curly bun, and it didn't showcase the fact that my hair was damaged, because I feel like I would have looked back at those pictures and been like,
my hair was damaged, and I don't know why I wore my curls like that, because they were damaged.
So our wedding comes, And it's a great day. We had a lot of fun at our wedding, and we're still writing thank you cards. Oh my gosh, it's been 3, almost 4 months, but we're still getting our thank you cards out. And so we enjoyed the wedding. Everything was great. For the honeymoon, I didn't really have any of my real natural hair products that I use at home, so I was kind of like, okay, I'm on my own. And I tried to take out my low bun before we went, but my hair was just in a tangled mess and all the pins were all around and I couldn't really get it out. So it was just kind of like, all right, I'm about to just throw a hat on and go to the airport. But you know, when you have a bad hair day is when people want you to take your hat off all the time. So the TSA was like, take your hat off so we can check there. And I was like,
please don't make me do this.
But airport security. But so we get to Orlando and I'm like, all right, babe, I need to get some hair products because my hair is not doing well here. So we went to the nearest CVS we could find. I got a wet brush. Side note, shout out to Wet Brush. Wet Brush is the best brush, honestly, for natural hair. And I can say that having tried a lot of stuff, I would say that I my opinion might be biased because I'm me, but I would say that the wet brush is worth trying. You should not sleep on the wet brush because, like, at first I did because I was like, all right, that there's no way that brush can cater to like a girl like me. You know, I got thick, curly, natural hair. There's no way that brush could take care of my needs and detangle my hair properly. But I felt like the Denman brush was really ripping out my hair. So I tried the wet brush and it was amazing, and I'll probably talk more about that later. But I just wanted to let everyone know that the wet brush is something to be tried because it's awesome. So I got me a wet brush. I got me like some random leave-in conditioner and a random, actually no, I had tried the leave-in conditioner before, but the like gel cream was like a Pantene random gel cream. But so I was using those and my hair, like, I still really couldn't get my hair as detangled as I wanted it to be because it just was so like matted and crazy. And like I got the tiny wet brush and like the tiny wet brush is not enough. You need like a full wet brush, but it's still an awesome brush. So I needed what I had at home when I didn't have it. So I just kind of was like wetting my hair and like for the most part trying to finger detangle it, but it just wasn't. It was not obedient. So I just was throwing it in a bun and wearing my hair in a bun. And we were in Orlando, so we were going to Universal. We went to Universal Studios for our honeymoon and it was awesome. But so it was perfect. I didn't need to wear my hair down or anything. So it wasn't really like, I wasn't out here trying to impress nobody. I just wore my hair in a bun and we had an awesome time. So we get home and I'm like, all right, it's time to really detangle my hair. So I grab my handy wet brush, get in the shower, finally wash my hair and do it and detangle it and stuff. And like, I shed so much hair again. And I was like, you know what? That's it. I cannot do this anymore. Like, anymore. I gotta do something about this. And so my mother-in-law is actually a hairstylist. And so I actually had talked to her about cutting my hair before, and she trimmed my hair for me once before, and I think when she did my hair for my wedding, she trimmed it. So like, she does awesome hair. But I think I talked to her about wanting to cut my hair before, like, short again. And by that time, enough time had passed to where I actually was out of denial and realized, okay, if I want my hair to thrive again, I need to cut it. So I talked to my mother-in-law, or I told my husband to text her, and I was like, can we come over so I can cut my hair like ASAP? So she got me in actually, I think like, maybe not the next day, but the day after or something. And I went to her and she cut my hair for me, and there was so much hair on the ground. I remember being like slightly traumatized, but she gave me this really cute like taper cut, and I hadn't had a taper when I first cut my hair. My first big chop, I did not have a taper cut. I just had like kind of like an afro cut. There wasn't really a shape. And so this time when I saw my hair, I was like, I love this. Like, I actually really love this, and I was so happy with it, and I still am. Even though my hair is in a bun and kind of like, I mean, it's not a bun. My hair is pulled back by this headband and it's not really like pretty and all done and stuff, but I love my taper cut. It is really amazing and it has saved me so much time. My husband probably wouldn't agree, but it has saved me so much time. And so yeah, so basically where I am now is just kind of trying to regrow my hair back after damage, and I'm just kind of learning how to, you know, love my hair back to health. I kind of think I'm probably due for another trim again because my hair has really been growing, but I'm really excited to see where I can get my hair to this time. I want my curls to be kind of like long, like probably as long as my straight hair was, because at a point my straight hair was past like your like bra hook length. It was probably like my middle back, so like a little bit. Now I won't give it the whole middle back, but it was like basically there. And I was really proud of that. I was like, oh my gosh, my hair is so nice. I love it. This is the best. And that's probably why I was also straightening my hair so much, because I was like, it's long, it's flowy, I can flip it, you know. And I thought it was amazing with my hair straight, but it was really damaging it. So I kind of think I want to get my curly hair to actually be that length, and then, or maybe just not like there, but like a little bit shorter than that. And I think I'll probably be happy with that. So that, I would say that's my goal, is to just really, my ultimate goal is just to really grow healthy, happy hair. But my second goal would be to grow it to mid back length. I hope you guys enjoyed my natural hair story. These videos have been kind of long, but it's a lot of information, and I really hope that it helps somebody who's thinking about going natural, because there's a lot that you should probably think about. Like, maybe you don't want your hair short, or maybe you should cut your hair into a style and not just an afro. But you know, I hope that I can save people a lot of time and a lot of money with their natural hair journey, because I wish I had the money that I spent on natural hair products back then. But I do like think that it was good for my hair, because I could try what worked for me. But at the same time, I feel like I spent so much money on natural hair products that like I need that money now, and I don't have it. You know. But I just hope that it saves people money. I hope that it encourages anybody who's afraid to go natural, that they would step out and actually do it, because your hair could grow from it. Your hair could really benefit from going natural, not using chemicals or those heavy like silicones and other really gross products on your hair. It will really benefit, and I promise you will see results. So I just thank you guys so much for watching my videos. Thank you so much for being here with me today and hearing my long story about how I went natural. If you like my video and you would like to see me do more videos like this one, let me know in the comments below. And just thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.
Got your love next to me, better than I used to be.